Hi there, welcome back. In this video I'm going to give you a few tips for blocking Dianthus, but also these tips can be used to block any curved edge or any scalloped edge. So you may wonder what I'm doing with trimmer line. So I discovered by coincidence or happy coincidence that I can use trimmer line to instead of blocking wires to block edges, my shawl edges. And these trimmer lines come in different gauge. Like this one is 0.65 inches. They also come a bit thicker, 0.08 inches. And you can even get them smaller with 0.05 inches. And also, I discovered that I can potentially use some fishing line or nylon fishing line, where if I want something to be a little bit more flexible, and if I want to form more scalloped edges. So these actually trimmer lines you can find in any hardware store. So how do we use these weed whacker lines? You'll notice here they're very flexible, but they're stiff, but they're very flexible. So they're very good for blocking like this inside curvature of this shawl. Also, actually, they're very good in inserting at the point here, so that we can get an even curvature on the shawl. So let me show you what I do. In this case, for example, in this little shawl, I'll just take this weed whacker or trimmer line, and by the way, I am using the 0.8 inch one, and this is the one that I'm using, 0.8 inch thickness, because I want it to be stiff. So I'll just go ahead and insert this through the openings at the edge, if you can see that. So here I've got the edge on top, and I'm going to be consistent with how I do this. I want to, if I do it every other one, I will stay consistent with in and out every other one or every one, depending how I started. I'm just going to stay consistent with that until I get it all across the entire inside border. So here I got a black blocking mat underneath, and I'm almost finished with threading the trimmer line under the inside border edge. Here we go. This line is going to kind of provide the shape. So with my blocking pins, I'll just put my pin in front of the trimmer line on one side and continue to curve the shawl like I want it to curve. You're not going to be able to see this because I don't have a wide angle here on my camera, but continue to pin it and to the shape that you want. And then basically once that's done with this edge, then you can go ahead and begin working either on, let me move this a little bit, you can go ahead and stretch this and pin it down if you want to, like this, and pin down the other scalloped edges in here, or you can follow the other technique I'm going to show you following this in terms of how to insert the trimmer line along these points and then really shape it with the trimmer line and then pin it. So here now let's just assume that I put all my trimmer line on this inside edge and I'm ready to pin it. But before I pin it, I want to decide what I want to do with my points in here. If I'm going to use another trimmer line to insert it at these little at the edge of each point, then I need to insert the trimmer line before I pin the inside edge. Go ahead and insert this trimmer line in just the points, the point part of the shawl, just like that. In and out. Okay, that's enough. We don't need to do the whole thing for this demonstration. But you'll notice here I've inserted them just at the points, and I can shape the outside curvature as well, because I have this trimmer line, this thick trimmer line that allows me to do this. And then basically then I can just pin it, and like that if I want to. Or, you know, one other thing, you could just pin the line itself. You don't have to pin, just like that. See the line itself? So you'll notice here my pins are against the wire itself, not the points. And basically then you've got a consistent curvature for all of the points. I hope these tips and tricks for blocking are helpful. Until next time, thank you and happy knitting.